So we register this field, and if you take a look here on the code, we're using this datetime local field. It's working fine here on Chrome, but you can see, for example, if I open the same project in Firefox, you can see the date. It doesn't show the same field, the same behavior that we have here. It doesn't show this date picker. You cannot select the date, the time, and everything. So this is happening because the datetime field is not supported in Firefox. So for example, you can open this website, caniuse.com, and you can check the support for different attributes that exist in HTML5. So for example, you can see the datetime local is well supported here on Chrome, also Edge, Opera, and others. Android also is working fine, but you can see on Firefox, these versions doesn't support datetime local. Latest versions do. And for example, if I open this Firefox, and you can see I'm using version number 54. So this is not working here. So you can use something called a polyfill. So let's say that you make a search in caniuse.com, and then you saw that the browser that you want to target doesn't support an attribute like this one. You can Google for something like this, datetime local polyfill. A polyfill will add some JavaScript that will enable the support for example, in this browser to support the datetime local. So let's see how you can install this datetime local in our project. So I'm gonna scroll a little bit, and you can see here we have the usage. And for example, you can see we have the dependencies, jQuery, jQuery UI, and Modernizer. So let's add this into our project. So first I'm gonna copy this in for example, this file, the min.js. Click here on raw, and from here you can select everything, Command A or Control A. Then open our project. Here I'm gonna create a new file. Let's call this one, let's use this same name. And then we're gonna copy the code, paste right here. You can see that we have everything. So close this, and let's go back. And again, and you can see that we have the CSS. It also comes with this CSS. So let's copy everything. Let's copy the name first. And here on CSS, we're gonna add new file, paste, and then copy all the code, content, paste, and now we have this. So let's save this, and let's open the functions.php. And I'm gonna scroll a little, and here on the styles, we're gonna add that CSS file. So I'm gonna copy this and paste, and we're gonna call this one datetime local, and then I'm gonna link to this file. So I'm gonna rename this and copy this name, copy this, and paste right here. So the version for this, well, it doesn't contain any version, so let's add 1.0. 1.0.0. So next we're gonna add a JavaScript file, and I'm gonna copy, for example, this code, this line of code, and paste right here. This one is gonna be called datetime local polyfill, and right here I'm gonna right click and rename this. So I'll select this code, and I'm gonna remove everything from here, and I'm gonna add the file. So we're gonna have to get template directory URI. This will print the path to this theme. Then we add a dot, then /js, and the name of the polyfill. And in the dependencies, we need to pass jQuery, and you can see we have jQuery here, and also we need to pass Modernizer and jQuery UI. So let's open this project, and again, and you can see that we need jQuery UI, which is the library of jQuery that contains a lot of elements that are more visual intended, a lot of widgets, autocomplete functions, datetime, the date picker, other components of the jQuery library are in this library, and also Modernizer. So first we're gonna add jQuery UI. jQuery UI comes in WordPress the same way that we have jQuery. We can add WP on Q script, and we can use jQuery UI core. Make sure that you type the code like this one, and this is the way that you call the version that is added in WordPress. So we're gonna use the default version. Next, I'm gonna copy this, and we need to use another plugin called jQuery UI date picker. So with this, and we're gonna make another copy because we need to unqueue this datetime local polyfill. So copy this and paste right here. So now we have 3 new files, and we need to add also Modernizer. So let's go back to the browser, and you can see I made a Google search here, Modernizer CDN. So you can click here, and using a CDN or a content delivery network, this way your website will download this version. And for example, if another website is using this same file, this same path to this CDN, the file won't be loaded 2 times. So this will make your website a little faster. We're gonna copy this version, and right here I'm gonna add a WP register script, and we're gonna add Modernizer, and then we pass the URL, and we pass there an array, which is gonna be maybe jQuery only, jQuery, and then the version. So you can see the version is 2.8.3. So let's add 2.8.3 and true. So finally, let's load this datetime local. So we're gonna pass jQuery, we're gonna pass this jQuery UI. This datetime date picker, and finally Modernizer. So we're loading a lot of different libraries first. We're loading 4 different libraries before this one. And finally, you can see I didn't unqueue Modernizer. So let's add WP unqueue script and Modernizer. So let's save this and make a test. Save everything. And let's open the website in Firefox. Reload, and you can see I made a typo on line 48. Yeah, right here I'm missing the semicolon here on Modernizer. So let's save this and reload. Scroll a little bit, and now you can see that we have the datetime. Of course, it will look a little different because we're loading a polyfill, we're loading a JavaScript file, but we're gonna add some CSS to make this a little better. But now you can see it's working and it's showing the datetime local field in Firefox.